Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing Mama by EXO as well as the Mama, Monster, and Wolf performance from EXO Planet number 3, the EXO'rDIUM. Alright, EXO. You like EXO?
EXO. I like EXO.
You like EXO. Probably the most out of all the groups that we've watched thus far.
So far, yeah. We've watched a small handful of, I guess, like, biggest ones or like the go-tos, right?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, so what? We did like ATs, we did Stray Kids, we did 17.
I see. We never did ATs.
We never did ATs.
I see what you mean by the, yeah, we did NCT, we did Stray Kids, and we did more NCT.
Maybe not all of them, but a lot
17.
of big name ones, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I would say just in terms of singing prowess, and what I look for, I guess, out of a group, I would say that EXO has pretty much everything I look for. While everybody else is great, I can clearly see a difference, and EXO is so far my favorite.
I think we can all agree that EXO are the undisputed vocal kings of K-pop. I mean, I didn't really see too many people popping in there to be like, no, it's ATs, because it's not. ATs is great, they do what they do very well, but vocals go to EXO. And I feel like a lot of the older K-pop groups focused more on vocal prowess, like you were saying, than the newer generation. So we got a lot of recommendations for things like SHINee and TVXQ, because particularly with SM, vocals have always taken like a front seat in those older groups, and particularly within SM. SM has always really gone hard for vocals, and I feel like that's even true really of NCT. For one of the newer generation groups. I'm sorry, what? They just are. They're better vocally. It was something that, you know, companies handpicked members for back then, and it's less of a requirement now, even though they have perfectly great, pleasant voices. These people can sing. Chen. I know a lot of you got mad at me for like pointing him out over and over again in the Killing Voice. I don't care. That's it. That's all. That's the story.
It's true. She doesn't care.
I do not care.
It's a decent point you guys were making. I'm like, and it's not that we weren't aware of the other members like doing well. It's just there are some standout members, and I think Chen is one of them. But that's the thing. Like I'm saying that the whole group together, like individually, even like just the caliber that they bring to the table, each one is like really high. And I would say like some of the lesser known members, I would say would probably blow out some of the other groups, you know, in terms of like their stronger vocalists.
It's not to be mean, but honestly, like, I can't even say least talented member. I'm gonna use that phrase. Please know I don't mean that I think anyone in EXO is least talented, because every single person in EXO is a fucking phenomenon. But even if you were to like pick one, the least talented member in EXO is still better than the most talented member in a lot of the new generation boy groups. I mean, it just is what it is. There's a lot of powerhouses in EXO, and not just with singing, with rapping and with dancing. They have some amazing dancers, and they have great rappers as well, and their rappers can sing. So, I mean, there's just a lot of talent in EXO. Yeah. And I think that is why you gravitate towards them, because I think the caliber of their performance is just so high, and it's just undeniable when you watch it, which is not a knock. Any of the newer groups, it's just things were different in the olden days.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say undeniable, because at some point, because even if like pop and stuff like that isn't like my cup of tea, at some point you kind of just have to concede and be like, okay, like these guys are super talented. There's no talking around that. Undeniable, is what she said. So
today we're gonna do Mama,
okay,
and we're also gonna do the Mama Monster Wolf performance from the EXO'rDIUM, because it was so highly requested. So many of you wanted to see it. However, I felt it was unfair to Mama, the song, to do just the live performance, because you don't get, it's like maybe like a minute of Mama before it dips into Monster and Wolf. And Mama is such an iconic song that you have to hear it in its entirety. I actually think it suits you musically. I do think this will be a song that you genuinely like. Okay. Maybe not. I know people hate when I come in here and say he's gonna like something or not. Just deal. He has his own opinions. You can use this. I'm not controlling him. I'm not like
Yeah.
The puppet master over here.
I'm a big boy.
He is a big boy. So, but I do think you'll enjoy it. And then it will be doubly fun to do the live performance because the bit of Mom in there is amazing, and then Monster is a great song, probably one of my favorite songs by EXO. But it also contains Wolf. Wolf is the sticker of EXO. It is highly controversial. You either love it or you hate it. And I hope you have English lyrics available on this video because boy are the lyrics spicy.
Very, very suggestive and...
Dare one say rapey.
Oh.
They're a little much.
Okay.
It's not EXO's fault. They don't write their songs, or at least they didn't at this point in their career.
Okay.
But it's also... I will refrain from telling you whether or not I like or dislike Wolf until after you hear it. I will let you formulate that without any input from me because it is such a controversy. And you guys got so mad when I said I hated Sticker. So we'll see what you think, and then I will reveal my thoughts on the matter.
There's been stuff that she likes that I don't like, and vice versa. So like
all the time.
We don't really have like a linked thing like that. So if I don't like it, then I will word it in such a way. And
much nicer than I would.
Okay, I guess I'm ready to do this thing. So
let's start with Mama.
Okay. Before we do, feel free to check out my memberships. They're only $1, and you get early access to videos like these, and you get to see her super early than usual. And so check those out.
So this was their debut song, I believe. So this
Okay.
would have been the first. For a debut song, this is bananas.
Okay. Wow.
Right? Like, I already got it. It was already happening. Baekhyun? Or not Baekhyun, Dio. That was Dio.
Okay. I was gonna say they better hit me with some deep bass right after that.
It's just epic, that sound.
This is really good. I can see why you made the decision you did.
Yeah. Dance breaks are really common in K-pop back here, so.
Wow.
I mean, like, honestly, like, it's...
That was 13 years ago.
I'm beaming. That was exactly what I needed to wake me up and like put me back in the game here. You go first.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting like a whole choir, essentially, like this operatic male choir. I slightly had forgotten that they like to do that. They like to all harmonize at the same time and create this much bigger sound, and the fact that they can all do it together and create that. That's what we were talking about. That kind of sets them apart from everybody else. Like, you don't...
Yeah.
As far as what you've shown me, I haven't seen any other boy groups do that. Maybe it's because they literally can't, or they just... That's not the thing. I don't know what it is. But, like, you just don't see that. And so, the fact that they did this 13 years ago, and none of the newer boy groups that I've seen so far have been exhibiting that sort of...
Cinematic, epic...
Yeah.
I don't really know what adjective we could really use for that, but it was so big.
Mm-hmm.
The sound was big, the imagery was big, the choreography was big, their stage outfits were big.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing some pretty edgy things for K-pop. Like,
mm-hmm.
this was I feel like a really daring debut. From the visuals to also, it was very guitar heavy pop song. And there was some metal guitar in there.
Yeah.
You know, which was not something necessarily that you heard very often in K-pop back then.
No.
More so, it wasn't quite, I mean, it did happen with the older boy groups. I feel like they were edgier in that way a lot. But this was definitely, they knocked it out of the park with this debut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was not expecting any of that. This was a lot better than I expected, especially like when you tell me the song is called Mama. That puts ideas in my head about what sort of song it's gonna go. It was not this, and midway through that, I was like, the song is called Mama, and so, but then they started to do their chorus, and there was, and then they were saying, you know, Mama, and I was like, okay, I see where it fits now.
Yeah.
And so
It would have been good to have English translations there so we could figure out exactly.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
This video didn't have that. That's why we didn't have it on the screen. I would say like the choreo was really good too. That's something I haven't seen a whole lot from the videos that we've seen from EXO, is like the choreography aspect of it.
You've been watching a lot of live stuff from EXO though.
A lot of live stuff and kind of like ballady kind of stuff.
And ballady stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so nothing that quite was a bit more like poppy, that hits a little harder. So this was nice to see that and be like, wow, okay, so they really are the actual total package.
They're the whole package. They can do it all.
That was a very strong start. I think I'm ready to rate this, and I think I want to give it like, I think I might give that a 10.
It's a 10 for sure.
I think it's a 10.
The scope of that song is out of this world.
Yeah, if you were to ask me what could he have done better with it, I don't know. I mean, they pretty much killed it, so I don't think there's any, you can do any better than that.
There's no criticism, right? It's almost a perfect song.
Whether it's your genre or not, whatever, like, if you look at the song for what it is, it's the genre, and what they're doing with it, they pushed everything to the max. They did everything they could with that, and I can't.
And it wasn't too much, so that's an important line too, right? Because sometimes when you're doing something as robust as this, it can feel extra, or like overbearing, overwhelming, or just like a sensory overload. I feel like it walked that line perfectly of never being too much. It was just...
That's true, because sometimes these newer K-pop songs tend to throw everything in the kitchen sink at you, and it might be a little debilitating or might be just too much. So that's a good point.
We'll move on to the Mama the EXO'rDIUM performance, which has a little snippet of Mama. It's less than I would have wanted, and again, wouldn't have done justice to the song if this was all you heard. Monster. I love Monster. We all love Monster. If you're an EXO fan, Monster is top tier. I might even like it more than Mama. But I think for your taste, Mama's probably gonna come out on top in that battle, but we'll see what you think.
Okay.
And then we'll see what you think about Wolf.
Okay.
See if there's lyrics. The piano refrain of that melody is very beautiful. It's haunting. That is so satisfying. See, it's not enough.
Yeah. I agree.
So this is Monster.
It's a nice chorus.
Yes.
I like the
R&B, yeah. And there's some live vocals going on here.
Yeah, and the group vocals during the chorus is really nice.
Yeah, pristine.
Of course.
And he has that voice.
So R&B at the end.
Yeah. I'm just saying, with those abs, is he allowed to have a voice like that? I think that's unfair to the rest of the men in the world, but what do I know? This is Wolf.
향기 맡고 색깔 의미하고 와인보다 우아하게 잡아먹을 테다 아무래도 파티가 힘이 빠져질 것까지 없어져 혹시 내가 아무거나 병이라도 걸리거니 큰일 나 헤이 정신 차려 어쩌다 인간에게 맘을 뺏겨버렸나 그럴 뿐이라고
Sonically, it sounds good. I don't know what they're saying, but you know.
Sonically is important with this one too, so.
Yeah. I would say this is the weaker of the three.
For sure, for sure. Remember, this is a very old song too. This is during their debut era.
Yeah.
So it's same time frame as Mama.
Okay.
I love the graphics that they have going on right now.
Yeah, it's got interesting visuals, I would say. Even though if the song is the weakest of the three, I think it has the most interesting visuals.
Absolutely. It actually adds to the performance. Oh, Chen. It's my baby boy. Although Baekhyun, I mean, that was beautiful.
That was very nice, yeah.
Christ. So EXO they're never gonna be better than when they're performing live. They are magical on stage. I mean, I don't know what they put in these guys' Gatorade or whatever the fuck it is they're drinking, but like, it's pure adrenaline on that stage. The energy, the passion, it's you know, like a lot of artists go up there and they just kind of go through the motions. They're not going through the motions. They are feeling every single second of every single song. I'm done, you may go.
Mama, I think, is still number one.
Yeah, right, of course.
I will say by the end of Wolf, I might actually, at least sonically, enjoy it more than Monster, even if the lyrics are going to be whatever they are.
I mean, it's a sonic thing that people, I think, have trouble with. I mean, the lyrics are bad. We'll get there. But I think that's really independent. I think a lot of people look at Wolf as kind of a cringy song, you know, with the ow, you know, it's kind of silly, right? But like
it did do a little bit of this for me, like at some peaks and valleys, and that's why early on I was like, yeah, this is like the weaker. But then, you know, I don't know
vocals.
But then the vocals kick in, especially near the end. I don't know if that's part of the studio version or if it's just, you know, the live version just kind of pops off in that regard. At the same time, though, the Wolf does kind of play unfair towards Monster because they did so much more of it than everything else. It felt like that song went on a lot longer than everything else. So it kind of did play unfair, so I will say that. Just that whole outro of Wolf, I think.
Where Baekhyun and Chen are kind of going back and forth, and then Dio steps in towards the end after them. Like, it was an assault.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with
that?
And and Monster didn't have those things. It had a nice sounding chorus and a decent enough verse to get us there, but I thought that the chorus is really where it shined. But, you know, we got the chorus a couple of times and then we moved on, you know, from that. So maybe if I heard the entirety of Monster, maybe.
So that was the entirety of Monster. That was the entirety of Monster. They did extra for Wolf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So so that whole outro for Wolf, that's
That
you
I don't
there?
know. Because I don't like Wolf, so it's not a
Okay.
song I ever listened to in its entirety. So I couldn't tell you like how.
Okay.
But I know like there was dance breaks and stuff in there, and with the visuals that elongate the song to what it is not. But whether or not they vocally duel it out at the end there, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Well, if they do, then it is what it is.
Yeah. But the point is, they were all good songs, right? So it wasn't
Yeah.
like I don't like. I don't. I like this version of Wolf. But if you made me listen to the studio version of Wolf, I'd leave. But that's different, and that's something to be said about their performance abilities. Like, so they can take a song that I don't necessarily like and turn it into something that it's an absolute joy to watch. Because they're doing, I mean, like the sweat dripping off of them at the end. Like, you can tell they're putting everything into this. You know, they're not resting on their laurels. And
Yeah.
they could have at the time that Monster was released. Because they were that big by then.
There's a lot of technical stuff going on with them vocally, just their ability to control their vibratos the way that they do, and just how calmly they're able to. It was just kind of interesting that I ended up with the order of which I found things. So Mama's number one for me, and then Wolf because of that outro, and then Monster number 3. But in terms of, I mean, I guess I can rate each one. So yeah, Mama was a 10.
It's hard. It's hard though, because remember, these are all the live versions of these songs, right? Like I'd imagine it would be a little bit different.
Yeah. Okay, so
Hearing the
based
studio
on
versions.
based on the live stuff.
Yeah.
Well, then in that case, like Mama didn't do that much live. So the live version of Mama for this, I would say we'll kind of drop it down to like an 8, I guess. A couple points down, just because we didn't.
It just
get to hear all
wasn't.
of it.
There wasn't a lot of it.
Not
there.
enough. Monster, I would probably put that at maybe like a 7.5, and then Wolf, the parts that I didn't like, if I focus on those, I feel like Wolf is kind of more of like a 6.5. But then you go into like the really cool parts of Wolf, and I would say like a 9 kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Those are tough ones to rate.
So Wolf is funny because it's thought of as like a very cringy song within EXO's discography, and it is much like Sticker, where you're gonna have like vehement fans for and against the song. There's never like middle ground with it. You either love it or you hate it. The studio version, it's not my jam. It's really not. But it's good here, and because the lyrics are like not like, I don't think it's why people tend to either like or not like the song, but they are like,
Okay.
God, these are so bad. Hey, bite her hard, shake her till she loses her mind. Like, the lyrics I'm looking at are being very generous. This is a generous translation of what these are. I've seen way worse translations of this, but like bite her like a neck, you know, like you do when you're going in for a kill.
Right. Like a wolf.
It'll take too long for me to sit here and read through all this and fight, but like there's just the lyrics are quite, they're not
Just problematic or.
Yeah, you know, EXO didn't have anything to do with it, so I'm fine with just, you know, he didn't write it, so whatever.
Okay, those are fun though. I think again, Mama, I think is number 1 for me. That was the biggest surprise. I think is Mama.
Yeah.
So-
I knew you were gonna like Mama, which is why I was like, nah, we're not gonna do it just in this live video. It won't hit the same way. But EXO continues to just excel, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're the best at everything they do.
It was a nice refresher because it's been like a few weeks since we explored something new with EXO, and so I did have to get a little bit of a refresher into how badass they are. So okay, if you guys want us to check out anything else, let us know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. That's it from us, and see ya.